The Nigerian Association of Industrial Pharmacists is seeking a public-private partnership to revive old pharmaceutical factories in the country. The national president of the group, Ahmed Yakasai, says only through the initiative could the huge funding required be met. He was speaking in Lagos at the association's annual national conference. Our correspondent, Abiola Ismail, has the details.
The 28th National Conference of the Industrial Pharmacists in Nigeria is happening at the most critical time when the Nigerian economy is in the recession. This time, Ahmed Yakasai, the national president, led these experts who converge on Lagos to discuss the theme, growing the Nigerian pharmaceutical industry for greater economic impact.
Vaccine production is a capital-intensive industry. For you to produce one vaccine, you need nothing less than 6 billion naira. And unfortunately, without the government, you cannot do it because it's a public sector driven. Patronage, 98% is by public sector, only 2% by private sector.
I think the time is now for through the Federal Ministry of Health for us to sign that MOU, so that that particular company, which has a very robust background in vaccine production, can take up the facility that is wasting away and begin to turn it, so that we won't have this kind of embarrassment. You have meningitis outbreak and you have to wait for the vaccine to be imported to Nigeria. Nigerians deserve more than this.
That's saving.
Sam Owabunwal called on the government to create the enabling policy that will enhance the capacity utilization for the pharmaceutical companies, especially for those who are unable to source foreign exchange for their raw materials.
In the area of supporting consumption in government preferential procurement, that's what we're still looking up to government to go through to the extent of insisting that they will give preference to made in Nigerian pharmaceuticals anytime they have to do procurement for any public institution. If government can take that through, then supportive of this other investments, and however, with the overall improvement in the ease of doing business, overall improvement in the environment of our country, then pharmaceutical industry will be promoted.
The guest speaker, who is also the CEO Business School Netherlands, Farmer Bale, said with high cost of production, it has made medicine expensive for the Nigerian people, far above their means, and only when there is a special interest rate for the industry operators that the price of drugs can be affordable for the common man.
CBN has specialized rates for loan through the banks at a single digit, and I think the pharmaceutical industry should be treated that way, because health is wealth, and any investment government makes into the health sector, particularly pharmaceuticals, will benefit larger number of people, and it's a healthy person that can contribute to can make economic impact by contributing to GDP growth in the country.
The two-day national conference also calls for a deeper reflection on how Nigeria would build and develop a pharmaceutical industry that is increasingly less import dependent and flexible enough to absorb the shock of foreign exchange volatility, which is inevitable in the boom and bust of the global economic cycle. Abiola Ismail, TV 360 Lagos.